Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on the time you are watching this video. You're welcome to a VCOM chemistry class, a place of simplicity with chemistry. The last time we talked about matter, and we say matter is anything that has mass and occupies space. And we gave the three states of matter: solid, liquid, and gas. Today we'll be talking about the types of changes that take place in matter. Basically, we have two types of changes that take place. One is physical change, and the second is chemical change. When we talk about physical change, it's a kind of change in which no new substance is formed and is easily reversible. Example of such is the ice. We have ice. When ice is a water in solid state, when subject to some level of heat, it will melt to liquid, becomes water in liquid state. Then when we subject it to a higher heat, like let's say to like 100 degrees Celsius, with about the boiling point of water, it will be converted to gas or steam, as we may say, steam, that is water in gaseous state. And then this is still water. At all these three states, it is still water. Then when we subject it back again to cool from that steam, that gaseous state, it will still return back to liquid. When we cool it again, like in terms of refrigerator, we cool it again, it will reduce the temperature, it will get back to ice again. So this is a good example of a physical change. It is easily reversible, and then no new substance is formed despite the changes in the state of matter. This is a good example of it. And then another good example is dissolution of salt. When you have a salt solution, that is, you have salt, like common salt like sodium chloride and water, that is a salt solution. So when you have this type of solution, it is this salt solution, salt and water, that is salt solution. This can easily be separated, and you have back your salt. You have your water back, you have your salt back. This is a good example of physical change. Chemical change is opposite to physical change. In this case, this type of reaction, it is not easily reversible. In fact, it's not reversible, and new substances are formed. Whereas physical change is easily reversible, no new substance is formed. A good example is like burning wood, like our firewood. In a common way we can put it, when you burn your firewood, it will turn to ashes at the end of it all, and then the possibility of putting that ashes together to form back your firewood is not there. So from firewood to ashes, so new thing is formed, and you cannot reverse it back to firewood. This is a good example of it. And also we have like a rusting of iron. Rusting of iron, when an iron is exposed to moist, then the iron will rust. When the rusting takes place, it is not possible for you to now return it again back to the former state. So this is a good example of chemical change as well. So as you follow me in the next video, we'll explain better and then do more as we push on to separation technique.